Hi, my name is Katie Fletcher, and I'm here today to talk about best practices with college teacher training. Teacher training programs are important for teachers of their career, not just when they're new to the college classroom. A good program will help teachers grow from being content-centered to student-centered. Although many institutions offer their new faculty short workshops in order to prepare them to teach, these crash courses in pedagogy are not considered good practice. They give too little time for too much information, and new faculty leave feeling unprepared. These three principles of teacher training help teachers take what is learned in the training session and apply it to their own work in the classroom. Teachers need to experience the new techniques as both a student and a teacher. Watching the training facilitator model the techniques first before using the techniques themselves helps to reinforce what is being learned. Experimenting with the different pedagogical techniques taught in training also helps teachers integrate teaching theory into practice. Finally, observing both themselves through video recordings and their peers practice the techniques helps teachers gauge what good teaching looks like. Mary Ellen Weimar reflected on her many years of experience teaching, writing about faculty development, and consulting on teaching issues, and came up with these 10 principles for the professional growth of college teachers from the 2010 book Inspired College Teaching. These principles are supposed to guide the way faculty think about their growth and development as teachers. Principle 1. Improvement is an opportunity, not a dirty word. It's important that teachers believe that attending training isn't a sign of deficit. Principle 2. Instructional growth isn't always easy. In fact, teaching is a practice that is continually studied and never ends. Principle 3. Instructional growth involves risk. Good teachers make themselves vulnerable because their messages in the classroom convey so much about their beliefs, values, and attitudes. Being vulnerable to others puts yourself at risk of being hurt, but it also improves your ability to connect on a deeper level with students. Principle 4. Focus efforts to improve on more and better learning for students. Principle 5. Improvement begins and ends with the faculty member, and faculty members need to act as if they have control over the improvement process. Principle 6. Student feedback can improve teaching and learning. Principle 7. Colleagues can be valuable collaborators in the growth process. However, Weimar cautions to carefully select your pedagogical colleagues, as not all opinions are equal, and just as much advice is shared by bad teachers as good teachers. Principle 8. Teaching vitality depends on instructional health. Instructional health helps to prevent burnout and can be maintained through professional growth. Principle 9. Set realistic expectations for success. Perfection shouldn't be the expected outcome. In addition, teachers shouldn't let snap judgments about whether or not a lesson is going well be the final assessment. Principle 10. Teaching excellence is a quest. It's about the journey, not the destination. And like all good quests, the quest for teaching excellence lasts your whole career. A good college teacher training program focuses on evidence-based teaching techniques. Grossia and Buskis, 2011, defined evidence-based teaching as the conscientious, explicit, and judicious integration of best available research on teaching technique and expertise within the context of student, teacher, department, college, university, and community characteristics. One evidence-based best practice is to create effective learning environments. Effective learning environments are characterized by organized teachers, clear learning outcomes and goals, a teacher who is perceived by the students as caring, use of humor, enthusiasm, and creativity by the teacher, use of verbal and nonverbal behaviors to build rapport with students. For examples of verbal behaviors include using words like we and us, and examples of nonverbal behaviors include nodding your head, leaning forward, and maintaining eye contact with students. Additionally, first impressions matter. Studies have shown that when teachers send welcoming emails before the semester starts, and when the syllabus is written using friendly language, students have better attitudes in a course. In addition, another study showed that when teachers reviewed the syllabus in a friendly way on the first day of class by smiling, not assigning homework, and releasing students early, students had greater motivation and higher final exam scores. Another evidence-based teaching technique is to structure intentional learning experiences for students. One way to do this is to work with students' prior knowledge. It's important for teachers to assess students' prior knowledge before beginning a new unit in order to address biased or incorrect knowledge. By creating thought-provoking assignments that challenge previously held assumptions, teachers can help students rebuild their knowledge sources. In critical learning environments, students are asked to engage in higher-order cognitive skills, such as those in the apply, analyze, evaluate, and create levels of Bloom's taxonomy. Teachers can use assignments that stimulate active learning like case studies, thought-provoking or unanswerable questions, and problem-based learning to help students process information at a deeper level. A third evidence-based teaching technique is to assess the effectiveness of teaching. It's important that assessments are aligned with educational taxonomies. For example, multiple choice tests assess the remember cognitive process, while student self-reflections assess the analyze and evaluate cognitive processes in Bloom's taxonomy. Feedback should be both continuous and immediate and go from teacher to student to student, and student to teacher. When teachers give feedback to students, it should focus on both the intellectual and personal student development, as well as grades in the class. Both formative assessments, which are given in the middle of the teaching process to help guide the lesson, as well as summative assessments, which are given at the end of the unit, should be used to evaluate teaching effectiveness. There are many ways for college teachers to engage in professional development. These are just a few of the ones that I found. Starlink is a company that provides online professional development courses for higher education faculty, staff, and administrators. Courses include topics like adult learning strategies, writing effective learning outcomes, teaching online and hybrid, and managing conflict in the classroom. Colleges and universities can purchase yearly memberships that allow their employees to have access to Starlink's library of courses. You can also watch their YouTube teaching tip videos for free. The Association for College and University Educators, or ACUE, created a research-based faculty development program that leads to a certificate in effective college instruction. This course is currently being piloted at colleges and universities that have partnered with the ACUE, although other institutions can contact the association to ask about joining the pilot program. The ACUE's Effective Practice Framework, which structures the course and certificate, have been endorsed by the American Council on Education. The 5 domains of the Effective Practice Framework are designing an effective course and class, establishing a productive learning environment, using active learning techniques, promoting higher order thinking, and assessing to inform instruction and promote learning. Their free Q blog has lots of great articles, videos, and resources about college teaching. For example, one recent post discusses tips to help underprepared students learn more and includes videos from expert teachers that explain each tip in greater detail. The Center for Teaching housed at Vanderbilt University is a great resource for those who teach or are planning to teach at the college level. University departments can request a liaison from the CFT to consult on teaching skills and practices at their institution. The CFT also offers a certificate in college teaching to Vanderbilt's graduate students and postdoctoral fellows. They also have over 70 free teaching guides available on their website. Some of the guides offered include gathering feedback from students, teaching first-year students, teaching first-generation college students, and classroom assessment techniques. Joining professional organizations also gives college teachers a way to engage in professional development by watching webinars, reading association publications, and attending conferences. There are organizations at the national, regional, and state level. In addition, there are also organizations for college teachers based on their field, as well as different characteristics like ethnicity. These are just a few of the organizations available. These are references I used in my podcast. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the best practices in college teacher training. Have a great day.